Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Today we're going to be making ginger tincture. We have fresh ginger from our garden, and I'm going to tell you some of the health benefits of ginger. Ginger tincture helps you with stomach problems, nausea, bloating, food poisoning, and stomach aches. It reduces motion sickness, cleanses the liver, relieves menstrual pain, boosts your immune system, it clears congestion, reduces fever, helps fight viruses, also is used for relieving headaches, and increases circulation. Ginger tincture is a gentle tincture and it can help most everyone in one way or another. It's very frugal to make your own ginger tincture. If you were to buy it online, it can cost you as much as $50 or more for one small bottle, 4 ounces. So if you can make it yourself, you're going to save a lot of money and have all the wonderful health benefits of ginger tincture. So the first thing you want to do with your ginger, you can leave the outside skin on because you're using it in a tincture. If you were using it for your cooking, you would dehydrate it and you would peel the outside off. But since we're using it in a tincture, we're going to leave the skins on. All you do is slice it up really small and chop it and get it as thin as you can. This was some discs that I made. These will be put in the dehydrator. So I've already made some using alcohol. From what all the information that I've gathered is that if you use alcohol in your tinctures, it will last you about 3 years. If you use apple cider vinegar, it will last about 2 years. If you use the vegetable glycerin, it will last 8 months to a year. So I've done some with the alcohol. I'm going to make some today with the apple cider vinegar. And after you make your tincture, you want to let it set for about 4 weeks, and then you're going to strain it and put it in your little tincture bottles. Disclaimer: the content of this video is for educational purposes only. It is not meant to treat, diagnose, or cure any conditions you may have. Does not offer medical advice. I am not a professional herbalist or a medical doctor. If you feel unwell, seek professional medical help. Always do your own research before trying new remedies. I am just sharing what has helped me. Okay, so on the alcohol tincture, you're supposed to put it in a dark place in your pantry. I put mine in foil around the outside of the jar, and I tape it tight so it doesn't get any air. Warning: if you have teenagers or someone that's an alcoholic in your family, make sure you keep the ginger put up in a safe place. That's why you might want to go ahead and try it with the apple cider vinegar. Then they'll be less tempted to want to try to drink the alcohol from your tincture and probably fill it back up with water, and you wouldn't know the difference. So be aware of that if you're using alcohol. I only use alcohol for my tinctures. We do not drink alcohol here on the homestead. So I've already chopped up my ginger in little pieces that I can get it in. You probably could use a food processor or something like that, but for me it was just easier to chop it up. Then I didn't have to wash the food processor and all that. I tend to do things the old-fashioned way. So you can repurpose your jelly jars or fruit jars, anything you get that has a glass jar and a good lid that'll seal. Repurpose those jars to make your tinctures. And save your mason jars and canning jars for all your vegetables coming in pretty soon in the spring. Just dump all of your ginger in the jar. Now you're going to add the apple cider vinegar. If you can get organic, that would be the best. You want to just barely cover the top of it. And every day or so, or every other day, you You can give the jar a shake, just like I did with this one. This one I made about a week or so ago. Make sure you put some kind of plastic or wax paper over the top because the alcohol or the vinegar may interact with the metal lid. Just put it on and give it a shake, and you're going to do this for about 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, you're going to strain it and put the juice from the ginger and the apple cider vinegar in little tincture bottles. Or you could keep it in the big bottle if you wanted to, but you got to strain it first. And you can also keep it in a box, or if you have a dark pantry somewhere, that's fine too. However you need to do it. But you want to keep it in a dark place. So I'm just going to wrap mine with foil. And then I'm going to tape it and keep it in a dark place for about 4 weeks. And I'll tape it after a while. I was just going to show y'all that you could use a potato peeler to peel the ginger. This ginger that I have sitting out, it's been drying out for a couple days. And what I'm going to do with it is dehydrate it, and I'll use it in my teas and baking and cooking and stuff like that. And that's about all there is to it. It's very simple, very easy, and it has wonderful health benefits. And if you're interested in growing ginger and you haven't ever grown it before, email me and I can give you some information on growing ginger. And I also have enough ginger. If anyone was interested in purchasing some ginger, I would definitely consider selling some. I don't know all the ins and outs of selling stuff online just yet, but I know there are things that I can do that's okay. And I can mail it within the United States without any problem. So if you're interested, just give me an email and I'll talk to you about what I have to offer. And I also forgot to mention, if you are making your tinctures, do not forget to label your bottles. If you use apple cider vinegar or the alcohol, just put the ingredients on the bottle. And you don't worry about the date that you started the tincture. You wait, you mark the calendar the day that you start the tincture, and wait 4 weeks, and then whenever you strain it and put it in your little smaller bottles, dark bottles that are amber, you want to keep the light out because it'll make your tincture not be as potent. But after you strain it and put it in your bottles, you want to write the date on the bottle then, and then you'll know if you use the alcohol, it will be good up to 3 years. If you use the apple cider vinegar, it's good for up to 2 years. Vegetable glycerin, which is not the frugal choice for me, the alcohol and the vinegar is much cheaper, but some people do use the glycerin. It doesn't last but about 8 months to a year. So always be sure to label your bottle with the ingredients that you have in it. If you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing so. I'm going to be sharing a lot more herbal videos with y'all, and a lot more good content coming in the near future. Share and like if you enjoyed the video, and leave me a friendly comment. It's going to help our channel grow and reach other people. And thanks for all y'all's support and all the comments and emails that I've been receiving. More and more people are getting curious about how all this homesteading stuff works and being frugal. So that's cool. That's the goal, to help other people. Some of these are really tough. So I'm going to put these in the dehydrator. So that's alright. And that's about all there is to it. So farewell, my homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.